Speaking of struggling situations, what have you been doing this week? I've heard you've been triggering some Chelsea fans.
Oh, you have no idea what I've done with these Chelsea fans. And you know, there's some Chelsea fans. Yesterday, I got a comment on one of my streams that I've never got before. He's like, he stated word for word. He said, Hussam seems to be the only guy on YouTube who actually understands the Chelsea situation. Like, and I think the guy that made that comment actually himself is the Chelsea fan. Here, he said it. I swear you're the only YouTuber who seems to have got it when it comes to Chelsea. He literally said it himself. And you know what it is? That Fulham game epitomizes everything I've been saying about Chelsea Football Club. What happened in that Fulham game, Terry? Fulham had like one shot on goal, 2 shots on goal. They had like one chance. The Pereira shot that Petrovic saved. The Jimenez shot that my grandmother could have saved. Chelsea dominated that game. They had more possession. They had more chances. Gallagher hit the post, the bar 2 times. This striker missed this many chances. Broha got this chances. He missed them. This guy got this many chances. He missed them. Blah, 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 blah. And then they get a penalty. They win 1-0. What I don't understand with Chelsea fans is, and I've said this about them before, is I feel like they are stuck in the Abramovich mindset. And guys, I'm not even triggering you guys. I'm not even rattling you guys. I'm just going to state facts here. You are stuck in the Abramovich mindset where you're like, we're Chelsea Football Club. We must win. Let me give you headline news right now that you guys are unaware of. Todd Bowley gives a total of 0 Fs whether you guys win the Carabao Cup or not. American ownership do not care whether you guys win a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup. They care if you win the Premier League or the Champions League because of this. American ownership cares about money. This is just their mantra. This is just how they look at it. Full stop. It's not me, general. Because it's just I'm just following the pattern here. And they look at it as a business and they want to make money using the business. Now, when you look at Chelsea Football Club, I went to the statistics. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I went to big chances created as a team this season. Chelsea Football Club have 45 big chances created. Let's now address why big chances created is a thing from a football perspective. Do you know that Mauricio Pochettino has this Chelsea team creating more big chances, not chances, because a chance could be a shot from outside the box, blah, 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 creating more big chances than Aston Villa, than Brighton, and than Arsenal Football Club. And he has only 2 less big chances created than Ange Postecoglou, who the whole world sucks off. This is a manager that has a overrated young squad overperforming. And yes, I said it, they're overperforming. Because yesterday I thought to myself, who actually has a better team, Newcastle or Chelsea? Think about it. Newcastle have a better team than Chelsea. I'll give you a quick combined 11. There's no need for me to go to details. Genuinely speaking here, no agendas. Pope, Trippier, because Reece James is never fit. Botman and Schär. There's no Chelsea centre-back who gets in. Dan Burn. In midfield, you got Bruno Guimaraes. You got Enzo Fernandez. And then you got Joe Linton. The front 3, I'm going to go Palmer on the right. I'm going to go Gordon on the left. I'm going to go Isaac up top. That's 9 Newcastle players. 9 Newcastle players that start for Chelsea. And yet they live in this crazy agenda that they're supposed to win now. They're supposed to do this. You know who's the main culprit as to why Chelsea are here? Todd Bowley is the main culprit why Chelsea are in this position. And not because he hasn't fired Pochettino, because he changed the culture and the essence of Chelsea Football Club. That is the guy that all of you need to be blaming, because he came into Chelsea, changed your whole culture. He changed your culture from a club that does not care about a manager, does not get emotionally invested in a manager, wants to win once every 2-3 years, to a culture of a club that now has signed 20 players that are like 24 or under, trying to win a league title in 3-4 years from now. This is on Todd Bowley. This has got nothing to do with Poch. That 41 big chances missed out of 45. Had you scored 10 of them, you'd be in 4th place right now. You'd be in 5th place right now, rightfully where your squad belongs. And now a Chelsea fan will come tell me. Now a Chelsea fan come tell me, Hussam, Pochettino has made mistakes. Look at when he played Colwell left back. Look at when he played this guy right back. I can say the same stuff about Pep Guardiola. Did Pep Guardiola factually not cause City points by playing Alvarez in midfield? Did he not lose City points by playing Guardiola at left back? Jurgen Klopp is my manager, and Jurgen Klopp himself has made mistakes this season. Every manager makes mistakes. And then I love what they do. This is what Chelsea fans do. Final 2 points here. This is what Chelsea fans love to do. What Chelsea fans love to do is they love to use buzzwords as a reason why to sack Pochettino that you can't respond to in essence. In-game management, tactical adjustments, substitutions, like just generic statements that could mean anything. Like, I'll give you an example from my club, just so the Chelsea fans don't think I have an agenda against them. I'm actually defending your manager. I'll give you an example from my own club. The PGMOL came out and gave an apology for the Liverpool-Arsenal game. I still don't think the referees cost us that game. I think Jurgen Klopp cost us that game. The manager that I think has been the best performing this season in the league is Jurgen Klopp, because we're top of the league and because of the essentially the rebuild. I'm not going to get into it. The point is, even I blamed him for this game. So it's not always, you know, the manager is faultless. And the Chelsea fans are full of shit. And I'm calling out the people who come on the terrace. I'm calling out Chelsea fans in general, because this is what Chelsea fans do. The Borough game. Had Madueke not started, Madueke scored 2 goals in 2 games. Why are you benching Madueke? And then Madueke starts, and it's like, why did you bench this guy? He's been in good form lately. And this is my final statement. I'm gonna land on this, and I'm gonna go quiet now. Factually speaking, and I'm not talking about England, I'm talking more worldwide. The reason why I, as a content creator, and why Terry, as a content creator, needs to find Spurs fans to work with is Mauricio Pochettino. Mauricio Pochettino made Spurs a global Champions League club that the whole world knows about. Kurdish, who appears on this channel before, used to talk about his cousin riding a donkey in Kurdistan. He doesn't know the Premier League, but he knows the Champions League. So he made, essentially, and I'll give you guys the logic. Right now, imagine Wolves, Crystal Palace, because this was Spurs' level. I'm not being disrespectful, I'm being honest right now. Spurs' level before Mauricio Pochettino was Wolves and was Crystal Palace. Imagine if I tell you a manager is about to get Crystal Palace to a Champions League final in 4 years. What are you going to say? He's unbelievable. That's what Pochettino done. And some of the managers that you guys like to suck off, like an Unai Emery, he failed at Arsenal, he failed at PSG. And other managers like Ange Postecoglou, who people act like started managing yesterday, he's been a manager for 30 years. He's been a manager since before I was alive. I'm 28 years old. He's been managing 29 years. Like, this ain't new for him. He's been managing. Mauricio Pochettino is the 3rd best manager in the league. And Chelsea fans need to get it through their skulls that if they sack this guy, all they're doing is hitting the reset button, because you're not going to get Mourinho, you're not going to get Simeone, you're not going to get Ancelotti, because these elite managers don't work with 13-year-olds. You should be Todd Bowley out, not Poch out. Done.
I can't believe you're backing a serial loser. I can't believe you're doing that, Sam. Can't believe it. You Poch
Spurs are serial losers, not Pochettino.
Go
look right now, Terry, you're old enough. Just go look at Spurs' finishes in the Premier League era. 15th, 12th, 10th, 13th, 11th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 10th, 11th. That was their average position. So for Pochettino to make a club,
no,
that was
Harry Redknapp got them started getting him into the Champions League before Poch did. He got them right up the top of the table before he did.
Yes. And what's the difference between Michu and Harry Kane? Michu done it for 1 year, Harry Kane done it for 10. How long did Pochettino do it for consistently? Then Harry Redknapp get sacked. And Harry Redknapp didn't even win a trophy at Spurs. Isn't that the thing that you beat up Spurs fans with? Mauricio Pochettino with? Redknapp never won Spurs a trophy. Juan de Ramos won Spurs the trophy. Is Juan de Ramos a better manager than Poch just because he won a Carabao Cup? No, he isn't.
Ramos.
That's the guy that won them the Carabao Cup in 2008, Juan de Ramos, when they beat Chelsea in the final 2-1. I'm defending the Chelsea manager here.
No, I get you. Juan de Ramos, let's look at his career, right? 69 now, honors as a manager. I mean, this guy's won, look, in his career, he won that League Cup, but he won the Copa del Rey with Sevilla. The UEFA Cup twice. Yeah, Ramos is a better manager than Pep. Then Poch.
Pep. Whoa, clip that up. KJ, clip him up. Clip him, KJ.
Ramos has won more in his career than Poch has. Poch, yes, he won a couple of trophies with PSG. But if you took Wilder now away from Sheffield United and gave him to PSG, he'd win the league. He'd win it's easy. Like,
I agree with that.
Poch is a good coach. And I'm not saying you're wrong about everything, but Poch is definitely making mistakes.
So is every manager in this league. Has Pep not made mistakes this season? Be honest, Terry.
Yes, he has. He has. And I do agree with you that the squad is too imbalanced with young kids. I also think that there's a possibility. Look, when you buy young players, they don't all develop into what you expect. So one of the three out of Lavia, Enzo, and Caicedo, maybe two of them, may not progress from the quality they show at this age. There's a lot of young players that burst through at 18, 19, look amazing, but never get any better. So that's a possibility as well. I get you there.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, your buzzword experience. What did Pochettino ask for in the summer? He asked for an experienced striker by the name
He
of
certainly
Dusan
did.
Vlahovic. He did. So once again, I people need to understand the reason why I'm defending the Chelsea manager is not because I don't want Chelsea to succeed or some sort of like hidden agenda. There is no hidden agenda. Chelsea are ninth. There is no need for me to have a hidden agenda against a team in ninth place. Of course, I hate Chelsea Football Club. I'm never going to deny this because I grew up on the Benitez Mourinho years. But I'm just looking at Pochettino right now. I'm looking at what they're doing. Bro, they're creating more big chances than Arsenal. And you're missing all of them. That has nothing to do with Pochettino. Blame your forwards. The Borough game away, I said his substitutions were wrong. Bro, Palmer had miss of the season in that game. They didn't call out Cole Palmer. They spent the whole time, Poch out, Poch out, Poch out, Poch out, Poch out. That Fulham game scenario happened 100 times this season. How many times did they absolutely dominate the team, have the possession, have the chances, miss them all? They were just lucky against Fulham. They got a penalty. So shit like this is what I mean. Like, I recognize who's to blame and who isn't to blame. And the guy who's to blame, the biggest culprit, is Todd Bowley, who changed the whole culture of your club to a club that wants to win 3 years from now. That's who to blame. Not Pochettino, because Pochettino came in and he's doing a fantastic. By the way, Pochettino, out of the remaining 18 managers, there's Pep and then there's Klopp. Out of the remaining 18 managers, if Klopp were to go tomorrow, I'm just saying out of the remaining Premier League managers, before someone says Xabi Alonso, Zidane, I'm talking about the current active Premier League managers. If Klopp were to go tomorrow, I'm taking Poch over all of them, happily.
Wow, that is a big claim. You take Poch over. I mean, Emery's just won so much more than him, though.
Yes, but there is a difference between managing a big club and managing a mid-table club. And I've explained this to you before. If I became a billionaire tomorrow and I took over Brentford, I'm hiring Unai Emery the next day because I know Unai Emery will get these players believing in him and doing what he wants to do. I know that. But if I became a billionaire and I bought Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, these clubs, I'm never getting Unai Emery. And by the way, Unai Emery failed at the two big clubs he managed. And when you look at PSG, by the way, people keep talking about PSG. Didn't Unai Emery have the biggest bottle job in Champions League history, where they were 4-0 up against PSG and they ended up losing 6-1? Why does no one ever mention that? Why is it always? Let's talk about Unai Emery's league finishes with Sevilla and with Villarreal, since it's so sustainable and stuff like that. So I think there's a different element because I don't think Unai Emery could command the respect of the Liverpool players. I think Poch would because of where he's been, who he's managed, and the fact that he has been to a Champions League final. He's done stuff in the bigger competitions. I think Poch is extremely underrated, and I think he was very unlucky. And I'm someone who provides context. Liverpool and Spurs in like the 2018-ish, 2019-ish years were in kind of similar situations, similar scenarios. Like it was like we all saw Man City were unbelievable, and it was on to either Liverpool or Spurs to climb the table next. Spurs decided to build a new stadium. Liverpool decided to sell Coutinho, buy Alisson and Van Dijk, and take themselves to the next level. So Spurs were in a position, by the way, where they could have won league titles, where they could have won a Champions League, where they could have won trophies. But the problem is Poch never, ever got backed by Daniel Levy. In a period of 2 years where they had their strongest team, he spent a total of 0 in 2 years. Tell me which manager can make his team continuously be a Champions League club by spending 0. Let's be real, man. Listen, Poch for me, I rate what he's done highly.
Fair dues. There's some comments here. Sam loves to waffle about Spurs. I
never said anything about Spurs, Jim. That's the funny part.
Compare Emery's trophies in his career to Poch's. Poch also broke PSG's streak in League One wins. Emery is streets ahead.
Emery also in 1 year didn't win the League A, by the way. See how the same stick you use, I can beat you with it as well? No problem.
From a Chelsea fan, I agree with Sam. We talk about we have to have patience. I want Poch in his job for at least 2 seasons, and then I'll
Thank
judge
you.
him. It's a
Thank
young
you.
squad. Give him time, is what Hussein
Thank you.
Sane says here.
What did I say in the summer, by the way, Terry? Did I not? I was one of the few people who said
You did
this
say
is
that.
the worst project to the most worst fan base to do this project with, because they have zero patience, and it's proven. And it's proven. And if they sack Pochettino tomorrow, they're gonna get an Emery or even Xabi Alonso or whoever, and they'll be in 7th instead of them being in 9th. And then a year later, someone will come on the terrace. Oh, get Xabi Alonso out my club, get Emery out my club. Blah 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 blah. It's just a cycle with them.
Ray here says Jurgen Klopp is God boss without cheating, just pure genius with his players in man management, with Pep Linders as his strategic genius.